I'm continuing where I left off. This is another video that I have to edit after. I was having technical issues, as I was saying before. Moving on to this room. If your gear is not very good, I would not recommend coming in this room though, because they can overwhelm you quite easily in here. But if your gear is good, you can quickly get your task completed while you're in this room particularly. If you're unable to do it in this room, you can always do right outside the room. Of course, I'm talking about the gear, or was when I actually recorded that. More than likely talking about the HP and mana absorption. That would make being in this room very much easier. Considering these can very easily overwhelm you, as I said before. I got one more left and I will complete this task. Then I can move on to the next room. Not sure exactly where I'll move, but I know the task is complete. As I said before, I'm doing the speaking part of it far after I made the video, so I have no idea when I'm actually going to move to that next area, but I get the general idea of what's going on. There we go, I start to move. was a good video though, so I decided to keep it. Just meant that I had to do the edits later. Most of the time I do not have to do that. So I apologize for anything that you may have missed, considering how many months ago this video was actually recorded. Of course, this is another room that can very easily overwhelm you as well. You can kind of see that I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed in here. As long as you use your AoE as much as you possibly can, you should be able to withstand it for a decent period of time. As long as you deal with them quickly, you will not have too many issues as long as your gear is good, of course. In this room, because of how many mobs there are, it will be fairly easy to complete this task. You can always do it outside the room if you're not able to handle it in the room itself, or you can always bring your friend if you have to. And for the other videos that will be after this one, I will keep the mic that was on that one, and the ones that were before, they will remain as well. There's no need for me to redo them or anything. I have just completed the task. Going to be moving on to the next room to deal with that. We'll have to run past these magic mobs. take a little shortcut to get to the next area. There's a choice of which room you might decide to go to. As far as these, they are located on both sides. Be fairly easy for me to get to this room. Not worrying about it, because my gear is good enough that I should be able to stand it. And I also know the mobs don't follow you so far. These mobs are considerably bigger than me at this current point. Of course, I'll have to sit down or use a pod to restore my mana so I can actually buff the rest of the way. It's talking about the crucial crit skill that you get later on. Why it is important to make sure you save your points to get that, because your damage will increase by a whole lot. But that looks like all the time I have for now. So, until next time.